Hey, so if a guy tells you he can't marry you unless you get pregnant for him, that's he wants you to get pregnant before marriage. It's an obligatory that you must get pregnant for him before marriage. I have a solution. Now, if a guy ever tells you this, just tell him you both should go to the hospital. And so in the hospital, there are a couple of ways they could check if you're viable to have a child or not. And this goes for both the man and the woman. Okay, for the woman, they're going to check your fish. Fish, we mean the follicular stimulating hormones and the luteinizing hormones to check if they have a normal level, if they're high, if they're low, or they are average at a normal standard. Okay, they'll definitely check your ovaries to check the shape of the ovary and the functionality of the ovary. Now, still for the woman, we're going to use what we call ovulation predictor kits. Yes, the predictor kits. This will help to monitor ovulation to check how often ovulation has been occurring to know if you'll be having an involution or not. And of course, you're going to do a pelvic ultrasound. You do ultrasounds. The ultrasound will definitely check the ovaries, like I earlier said, because you cannot just see the ovaries with your normal eyes. You need to do an ultrasound. And you do what we call hysterossalpingogram. Yes. It's still an ultrasound. You know, ultrasound is commonly called in the layman's language echography. Or just call it echography. Medically, we call it ultrasound. So this hysterossalpingogram will help us to check the size of the uterus, the shape of the uterus, and also monitor the fallopian tube. Now, let's leave it that way for the woman. Let's go to the man. One, semen analysis. Now, by analysis, we're checking one, sperm count. We're checking the quantity of sperm released in the semen. You know, according to WHO, it reports facts. In each release, the sperms released in each semen should be at least 12 million to 15 million milliliters. So we check the sperm motility. By motility, we mean the speed at which sperm swim through the reproductive system to meet an egg for fertilization. The next thing, we'll look at the morphology. Now, when we're talking about morphology, we're looking at the shape of the sperm. Of course, there's a particular shape the sperm needs to look like. So if it doesn't look like it, then there's a problem somewhere. So we need to check the morphology of the sperm. Another thing is hormone testing. For the hormonal testing, they will check the testosterone, which is the male reproductive hormone. They check the luteinizing hormone, and of course, fish. And also, they'll check genetic factors, genetic influence, and of course, they will do him a scrotal ultrasound to check the testes and epididymis. These testes and epididymis are being checked for possible blockages or abnormalities. So, if a man cannot foot the bills of you going to check yourself medically, be mommy, he will not fit the bills of pregnancy. So, don't fall into the trap of you must get pregnant before marrying, you know. There are a couple of ways, like I earlier said, you could prove to a man, or you both could prove to yourself that you're fruitful without you being pregnant. Because this is how most of these guys have turned many ladies into baby mamas. And the truth is, out of 100% of men with such conditions, about 8 no go last marry you. They will tell you, say you must born before. By the time you accept that condition, after which you will start telling you, say character, and before you know it is gone. So marriage should not be based on conditions. It should flow naturally. Thank you and have a nice day. Remember, I'm your favorite sexual health counselor, Mariron Agbo Praise. Thank you. Have a nice day. Ciao.